Hi, this is Mira Boccaccio from August Restaurant. This is how I do it. Today I wanted to show you how the Italian people make the dried hot peppers, okay? Now, here are the dried peppers. You know, you see these everywhere in the supermarket and all. And they come in like a little plastic bag. Down here in South Philly where I live, we buy them at a place called the Spice Shop. Now, there's two spice shops. You can go to either one and they'll both have these peppers. These are great. I love hot peppers. Most people do who are Italian, as long as they don't think it burnt out their stomach. So what you're going to do is you're going to have your oil heating. It's olive oil, regular olive oil. In South Philly, the way that they do it is they put all the peppers in, and then they let the oil get hot, and then the whole house, everybody's choking in the house because the hot peppers is in everybody's throat, and nobody can stand it. Everybody runs out of the house when their mother's making the hot peppers. They only come back in to eat them, okay? But this is how I do it. I get my oil hot. I'm adding some salt. I'm adding a little bit of pepper to it, okay? Now, the peppers sometimes come with a stem, as you can see, okay? You can take it off. You can leave it on. It's your preference, however you want to present them. I do either. It depends on the time I have, to be honest with you. Okay, so we have all our peppers ready to go. We're waiting on our oil to get nice and hot. You want the oil to get nice and hot. That is the trick to making these peppers, okay? Now, I love hot peppers. In my earliest memory of eating hot peppers, I think I was about 5 or 6, and my mother made lentil soup. I remember the lentil soup having the little red pepper flakes in it, and I loved it. And to this day, I can't eat lentil soup without thinking about that first day that I tasted it with those hot pepper flakes. And that's how I still eat it. So, we're going to show you a pan again. We're going to get back to, this is how I do it. Because what I do is, just to check that the oil's hot, instead of throwing all the peppers in and them not being hot enough, I throw one in. When I see it starting to sizzle, is the trick to doing these hot peppers without choking, okay? We know it's hot enough. We're going to put all our peppers in, okay? So that was about a cup of oil, and that's about 2 cups of peppers. Okay, so now I moved all the peppers around in the oil, but the gas is off. That's the trick. As soon as you put those peppers in, just 1 second, stir them around. That gas has to be turned off. You see how beautiful they are now? They're all dark and coated, and that's where all the flavor is in those peppers. You put these out on the table. I put them on pizza. I put them in sandwiches. I make hot peppers and eggs. Okay, so I moved the peppers to the back burner just to let them cool. You want that oil to cool down a little bit, and then you can put them in a jar or a plastic container. And believe me, they won't last. Because if you live in a house that, you know, your family wants you to make these, believe me, 1 week they're gone. Sometimes even before that. But they will last you, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, indefinite, They're in oil, they're preserved, they're just dried peppers. And look at how beautiful that looks. That's my mother used to take her, regular fried eggs and fry these in the oil first and then put the eggs in it. And that's how it was done. Okay, so here's those beautiful peppers. And I'm just going to put them in a dish because I'm actually making these for my friend. And we're going to put the nice big dish out tonight. And they can eat whatever they want. So now, you pour it all wherever you're going to put it, in a jar, container. You really should put it in a jar or a dish rather than in a container, especially if it's a little warm. So then I pour all that good oil in there because that's where you're going to get all that flavor. You take a little at a time out because if you keep this in the refrigerator, and that's what I do. I usually keep it in the refrigerator. Don't have to, but I do. This is how I do it. I keep it in the refrigerator. And take it out like, half hour before you're going to have company or you're going to eat it because The oil will start to solidify while it's in the refrigerator, of course. But it will come right back like magic. I'm going to do it like that. Again, look at those beautiful peppers. Hot chili peppers in South Philly. This is how I do it.